Okay, let's record. Now from this list, or from this list of numbers, write down a multiple of what? A multiple of 8. So which one is a multiple of 8 then? Multiple of 8, I think there's only one. Which one? You guys are very quiet here, I think. So
82.
32. A square number. Which one is a square number? Square number, 1 squared, 1. 2 squared, 2. Those are what we call square numbers. 3 squared, 9. 4 squared, 16. 5 squared, 10. 6 squared, 30. A prime number, number divisible by 1 and itself only. Is this a prime number?
37.
37.
37.
Okay, whatever. Now the diagram shows the keyboard. Calculate the volume. Oh, this is easy things like this. Length times width times breadth. Times 6.5. What do you get?
$208.
Okay. Now, shows here an isosceles, even without knowing that isosceles. So with an isosceles, it means the base angles are equal. So this will be equal to this was an isosceles. So BAC is simply equal to 180 minus 32 plus 32, which is 64 mm. All together. And what do you
So
get?
116.
1. Okay. A journey takes 5 hours 54 minutes by train. The journey started with this. Find the time that the journey ends. So you're simply adding. So you need to be good at adding time. So if we add, how many minutes do you have? What's 15 plus 54? That's 69. 69, so you can't write 69 here, take off minutes. You take away the 1 hour or the 60 minutes, then you're left with 9 minutes here. Then you're going to add that hour from this. So if you add this, you get at 14 plus 1 here. 50. Are we together?
Yes, sir.
No, do you know that your calculator can add time, by the way?
Yes, sir.
Okay. The average speed of a train, or the average speed of the train for this journey is 80 kilometers per hour. Calculate the distance. Distance is equal to, what's the formula? Speed times time. Now, our speed is okay. The challenge is our time. Our time, the journey took 5 hours. What? 5 hours, 54 minutes. This is the trick part, because there you have to multiply by hours. So we have to convert this whole thing to hours. It's 5 and 54 over 60. What this has to be in hours, like this. And what's that as an improper fraction? Your time. What do you get? 5 times 60, 300. 300, 354 over 60.
60.
So let's go there. We're simply saying 80 multiplied by 354 over 60. What do you get? That's how I call it the speed.
I'm getting 485.3.
And 72.
472. What? 80 times 354 divided by 60. Why did you make a mistake? 472.
472.
Oh, okay. Yes, sir.
Getting an exact answer. 472. Too much. Now, Sophia takes a bag containing 8 blue beads and 7 red ones. Okay. So there are only 2 colors. She takes one bit out of the bag at random and replaces it. So she replaces it. It's not without replacement. She does this 90 times. Find the number of times she expects to get a red. So what's the probability of getting a red? It's 7 over what? Probability of red. 7 over, what are they in total? 15. Huh? Then your expected number of reds is your probability times the number of times you are doing it. 90 times like this. Hope it's clear with everything. 15 into 90 is 6, so it should be 42. Clear now?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Simplify. This is the first law of indices. When the base is the same, I simply add. So it's p to the power of 6. When I'm dividing, when the base is the same, I subtract. That's what the law says. M to the power of 10. Now, the other law, I multiply these two. And I get k to the power of 15. Because all I'm saying is k to the power of 3 multiplied by k to the power of 3 multiplied by k to the power of 3 multiplied by k to the power of 3, 1, 2, 3, 4 multiplied by k to the power of 3. How do you get that? So you simply multiply that. Then it's k to the power of 15. Now they give you this without a calculator, 3 marks for free. Work out this. This is for free. So the first thing is we convert to improper fraction. That times that 12, 13 over 4 minus that times that is 6 plus that is 8 over 3. Then if you want, there are 2 ways to do it. 8 over 3, you can simply multiply these two, you get on 12. Then I cross multiply, you get 39. Minus, I cross multiply, I get what? 32. What is 39 minus 32? That's 7. 7 over 12. Done. Get all the 3 marks. Clear?
Yes, sir.
The bearing, so what you do there in an exam, you from the point you are standing, from y, so I'll put y there and say this is my y. So where I'm standing, I have to put a knot line. This is where I'm standing. Then I am moving all the way to x. So I'm moving 180 is a straight line. I'm sure you can tell. I'm moving 180. Then what's 180 minus 274 minus 180? I need to see the angle on the other side because remember I'm moving clockwise from this point. What's 180 minus 274? 274 minus
94.
94. So I'm moving more than 90 degrees here, but slightly 94, something like this. Huh? So this is the bearing that we're talking about. So it means x will be somewhere here altogether. So this is 274 degrees. Now they're saying the bearing of y from x. So look at this. Now I'm standing at this. Yeah, this is my knot. That's how easy that is. So now I'm simply moving all the way that angle. Remember we said you are the one who said that this is 94. That's why I was asking you that. So what is this angle? Remember these are angles like this, are like angles to get up to 180. So what is this angle here? You can say 270 minus 36, 274 minus 360 if you want. Or you can say for 180 minus 94. So what do you get?
86.
86, correct. So this is 86 degrees. So these two angles, because these are parallel lines, the north lines never meet. So this plus that should give you 180. Or you work with alternate angles are equal. So this is exactly 94 degrees. All together.
Yes, sir.
Calculate the area of a sector of radius that and the sector angle of that. So area of a sector from what's the formula? By now you should be knowing that you are writing in less than 2 months. What's the formula? Theta over what? You can tell me the area. Theta over 360
360
multiplied by
pi
pi r squared. Was simply a fraction of a second multiplied by pi r squared. So that's how easy that is. And the angle is what? 42 over 360 multiplied by 2 times pi times our radius, which is 60. Look at the answer here. The answer is in square what? Centimeters. So let's convert this to centimeters. Can you see the catch there? It's in square centimeters. This radius has to be, so it's 6.5. Can divide by 10. 6.5 squared. So you have to check the units before you rush to write down.
15.5.
What's your answer?
15.5.
That's correct.
Yes, yes.
15.5. Very correct. Now a solid has a radius of that and a height of that. Calculate the total surface area. What's the formula? They never give you, you're supposed to know it. What's the formula? Surface area? Is the area of what? Is the area of the 2 circles. Was a cylinder has 2 circles. The area of the 2 circles plus the curves area. You do know this. So you know that area of a circle is pi r squared, even if you forget. There's 2 surface area is 2 pi r squared. Was I have 2 faces here. This and that area of that area of that. 2 pi r squared. The curved one now is the one you don't have to derive it, you have to know it. 2 pi r h. If you don't know this, then you lose all the math. This is the curve. For sometimes they may say, just find the curved area. So this is how you find the curve. Pi r h. So the curved surface area. All together. Now, if I want, there are many ways I can do it. I can factorize 2 pi r like this, so that I have r plus h like this. Then this will be 2 multiplied by pi. What is our radius? 3. Brackets 3 plus 4.5 like this. Done. Can you find the area? 4 marks. So guys, make sure you know that formula for the surface area. Can you see that? You are required to know it. Before you go for exams.
I'm getting 141.4, sir.
So we are getting?
141.4.
Yeah, that's correct. 141.4. Very correct. One 141.4 or 141 to 370 figure math is correct. Now, see, I love this proportional question. Now, y is directly proportional. Be careful of this cube root. It means x plus 3 like this. That's what the cube root means. Are we together? Cube root. So now let's introduce an equal sign. Equal, remove this, introduce a constant k, cube root of what you have said. X plus 3. Now, we need to find the value of k from this part. So when y is equal to 2 over 3, this equals to k cube root of what is x? It's 5 plus what? Plus 3, which is 8. What's cube root of 8? Should be 2. Cube root of 8, like this one, if you add there, you get 8. It's 2 on the calculator. So this is 2k, because all this gives you 2. There's 2k is equal to 2 over 3. Remember what you want is to find k. So divide both sides by 2. So k is equal to 2 over 3 multiplied by 1 over 2, because I'm dividing both sides by, or I'm multiplying by half if you want, like this. The same k. So this eliminates that. So k is equal to 1/3 in total. Which means I now have the correct formula here. Y is equal to 1 over 3 multiplied by cube root of x plus 3. Are we together there?
Yes.
Now find y when x is equal to 24. So y will be equal to 1 over 3 multiplied by cube root of what's 24 plus 3? 27.
Yeah.
Cube root of 27 should be 3. 1 over 3 multiply. You can find out from calculator is 3. 3 times 3 plus 3. So that gives you 1. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Now the total perimeter of a semicircle. Perimeter, not of a circle, of a semicircle. So we know that the perimeter of a circle is what? Is 2 pi r or pi d. But I'm because I tend to find radius, so I'm using 2 pi r here. So if it's a semicircle, it's half of this. So it's half multiplied by 2 pi r. What does that give me? This cancels. So this is simply pi. Can you see that? Semicircle. So I'm simply saying pi r is equal to 19.02. What I want is r. So r is equal to 19.02 divided by pi. Find that from your calculator. Oh, so easy.
6.05.
6.1?
05.
That's not correct. Sorry about that. The perimeter of a semicircle. Oh, I didn't see that. Perimeter of a semicircle, and you apply it. Perimeter of a semicircle. So what you, this formula here is only to find this curve here. Makes sense? So if
Yes,
it's
sir.
perimeter now, I actually have to add this diameter. Can you see that? Because I'm saying this plus that. So I'm saying, what I'm simply saying is, if you want it that way, I'm saying, so what's the correct formula for perimeter of a semicircle? The curved part is what? Is what we said pi r. Plus what? Plus diameter, which is 2 what? 2r. That gives you 19.02. Always remember that. Remember, we're saying this gives you the curve, but plus that because we're taking perimeter. So now what we want is to make, so like that, pi plus 2, you're factorizing, is equal to 19.02. Then divide both sides, so that is 19.02 divided by pi plus 2. So what do you get? 19.02 divided by pi plus 2. What do you get, Hamlet?
8.05.
What's your answer?
8.05.
8.05. I don't think you're doing the correct thing. Pi plus 2, 19.02. Can you guys find it? Divided by brackets, pi, unless you add those brackets, you see 3.67. Where did you make it?
Yeah. I think put on brackets. Sir.
Yes. There.
Wait, so how did you get 6.7? I'm getting 3.6992.
Yeah, to 3 significant figures. 3
I'm
point,
also getting 0.69.
3.7, sorry.
Yes, sir.
3.6999 is 3. I didn't check that. Actually 3.7. Now, inequalities. Write down, we talked about the three inequalities which satisfy which region? That region. So the easiest line from our graphs is this line here. Is the line y is equal to what? Think of the lines first before you think of the inequality. Y is equal to what? This line here.
1.5.
1.5. But these values are values above. So it's y is greater than, because this is a solid line, greater than or equal to 1.5. That's inequality. Y is greater than or equal to 1.5. Okay, clear now?
Yes, sir.
Let's pick out any of the, so let's pick out this line here, which is dotted. Now, so look at this. An equation of a line is y is equal to mx plus. We know C straight away. C is where the line cuts. So it means y is equal to mx plus 4. Now this is the gradient. Are we together? So can you pick 2 points on the line? The obvious one, 0, 4. Any 2 points on that line? Maybe this one also. Forward. 4, 0. Gradient m change in y. So 4 minus 0 divided by 0 minus 4. So that gives me 4 over negative 4. My gradient is minus 1. So what's the equation of the line? Y is equal to minus x plus 4. It's the next corresponding to negative gradient. Now, we want values less than. Not less than or equal to, both this is a dotted line. So it means y is less than minus x plus 4. Clear now?
Yes, sir.
Now, this one is a positive gradient. We are going to do the same. So it's cutting at 1. It means y is equal to mx plus 1. Let's find the gradient. Pick this point here. What's the point? It's 0, 1. Pick this point here. Points that are easy to read. What's that point here? That 1.5. 1.1, 1.1, 1.2, 1.3, 1.4, 1.5. So what x is 1.5, then that is 4, like this. Clear now? Change in y. So I'm saying 4 minus 1 divided by 1.5 minus 0. What's 4 minus 1? 3. Divided by 1.5. That doesn't give you 2. Take the problem. 2. Huh? So it means our equation there, y is equal to 2x plus 1. But it's a solid line. And I want values below that. So it means y is less than or equal to 2x plus 1. Clear now?
Yes, sir.
So to practice inequalities. Now we've got a diagram which shows you a speed time graph of a train between 2 stations. Find the acceleration during the first 40 seconds. So for those that don't do physics, acceleration is final velocity minus initial velocity divided by the time taken. So from that to that, our final velocity is 12. And our initial velocity at 0 is what? 0. Minus the time taken was 40. Like that. That's how we find it. So what's 12 divided by 40?
0.3
meters per second squared. Calculate the distance between the 2 stations. So by the way, distance is the area under the graph. You can tell that this looks like a trapezium, or if you are not confident, you say area of this triangle, area of this triangle. So let's do that. Let's have multiplied by what is the base here? 40. Times what is our height? 12. Plus length times width. So what is the length here? It's 240 minus what? Minus 40, which gives you what? 210.
210.
Multiply by what is the height going up? 12. Plus, this is a triangle, half. Our base is from that to that, which is 50. So multiply by 50, multiply by same height, 12. Which is equal to half of that is 6 times 40 plus 210 times 12 plus half of that is 6 times 50. 240, use the calculator, plus 300 plus 2,500. Now, what do you get? What's the final answer?
3,060.
Oh, that's correct. 36 meters. Then you get your marks for free. Now, how many marks here? You see, I told you this is June, so you might get the same question again. Was June, March, the same question? How many marks? 4 marks. What did you say we find from this table? You should now know. Mean. What should you find first?
Mid value.
Mid value. I hope you have not forgotten that. That plus that, 20 divided by 2, 10. That plus that, 45 divided by 2, 22.5. That plus that, isn't that 60 divided by 230? You check on the calculator, might make mistakes. That plus that is what? 85 divided by 2. 85 divided by 2.
42.5.
That plus that 150 divided by 275. Are we agreeing or we are not agreeing?
We are agreeing, sir.
We are agreeing, huh?
Yes.
So now let's find the, now it's easier. So it means 10 multiplied by 21 plus 22.5 multiplied by 16 plus, I'm going to show this in the exam, 60 times 6 plus 42 times 0.5 times 10 plus 75 times 7 divided by total frequency. If they didn't give you, you're supposed to add, but they told you 6. So let's do that and find what we get. Is that all you're getting?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
4 marks for free. Now I see paid in Anna invest 2,000 for 5 years. Uses simple interest. Or paid uses simple interest. That's okay at that rate. Then Anna earns compound interest at that rate. At the end of 5 years, Paddy's investment is worth the same. Now let's calculate this investment first, then we work it from there. Good work. 5 marks. Okay, now let's calculate the simple interest. The simple interest since is the one that we have everything. So for Paddy here, simple interest is equal to what? We know that 2,000 multiplied by what is the rate? 1.25 multiplied by the number of years, 5 divided by 100. What is that?
125.
What?
125. But we are not done. That's the interest. Huh? Then we say the total investments is equal to the amount that was invested, which is 2,000 plus 125. So that gives you what? 2,125. Okay. Then that should be equal to what we want to find for Anna. So we are saying 2,125. Since they're saying they're equal, is equal to, if its compound interest is 200 multiplied by 1 plus the percentage rates raised to how many years? 5 years. Clear now?
Yes, sir.
Divide both sides by 2,000. So we have 2,125 over 2,000. I think most of you struggle on this party. The first party you get it correct, but you struggle on this party. I don't know why I've always said that. Then you find the fifth root of both sides. Huh? So anyway, what do you get here if you divide it? Divided by 2,000, what do you get? But anyway, we simplify that number.
1.06.
1.06. Are we agreeing with it? 1.06.
Yes, sir.
So with the fifth root, so it means like this. 1.065. That's what you mean, huh? Like this. Is equal
Yes,
to, if
sir.
you find fifth root of this, it's simply 1 plus r. Then take this the other side. So your r is equal to fifth root of 1.0625 minus 1 like this. What do you get?
0.012.
0.012, which means this is 1.2. Clear? 1.2%. Makes sense?
Yes, sir, that's
Or 1.22%. But to one, I think to 2, 3 significant, again, 9.0.12. So maybe we're supposed to do 1.22 to 3 significant from 9.0. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now we've got that shape. The diagram shows mathematically similar. Remember, I've been talking about mathematically similar. The smaller shape is an area of that, and the larger shape has got an area of that. Oh, what a question. Find M. Nice question. So, what do we know about area? Who remembers? We said area of large is equal to scale factor. Who remembers? If it's area, scale factor squared multiplied by area of what? Of small. Do I have the scale factor? I don't have. So what is the area of the large there? It's 1 what? 134.4 is equal to, if this was x, so then this will be x squared multiplied by 52.5. Then x squared, you want to find x, is equal to 134.4 divided by 52.5. So the x now is simply square root. Are we together? Leave it
Yes,
like
sir.
that. So this is x, that's what you want. So now we want to find the small. If well, this is for the small. If you want to find for the large, you multiply. If you want to find for the small, You simply say 8 centimeters divided by my scale factor. So this is simply 8 centimeters divided by the scale factor. This is 134.4 over 52.5. Yeah.
I got 5, sir.
Clear? Yes, that's the correct answer. 5. The volume or cube is scale factor. That's all you need to remember. Okay. Then write this in this form. So I explained the other day, maybe the other guys were not there. It's completing, we're trying to complete this square. So as long as the coefficient of this is 1, it's fine. So I look at this, I divide by 2. So it's 9. So it's x minus 9 like squared minus 27. Then I have to subtract this. What is 9 squared? It's 81. That's how I complete the square. So this will remain like that squared. Now we are increasing in the negative. So what's minus 81 minus 27 minus 81? What's that?
Minus 108.
Minus 108. Yes, that's correct. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
So we need to practice. Any equation you should be able to know how to complete this. So, for example, if I had x squared plus 6x plus 4, I wanted to complete the square there. I will divide this by 2, so it's x plus 3 squared plus 4 minus what is 3 squared is what? 9. So I have x plus 3 squared minus 5. I completed. So I should any function I should be able to complete this. Now use your answer to solve this. So look at this. It means x minus 9. Now we're not using quadratic. We're using our answer to minus 1 or 8 is equal to 0. Move this the other side. So x minus 9 is equal to positive 1 or 8 squared. So like take square roots of both sides. This will be x minus 9 is equal to plus or minus square root of what? 1 or 8 plus or minus. Then take the 9 the other side. So x is equal to 9 plus or minus 1 or 8. Makes sense? Clear?
Yes,
Then
sir.
use your calculator to find your answer. Your two answers.
For the positive, I'm getting 19.4.
So 19.4. Okay. So I'm just 19.4. And the negative one?
Minus 1.39.
1.39. That's clear. Let's look at this. Almost done with the whole paper. Now, in a class of 40 students, 28 wear glasses, 13 have driving lessons, 4 do not wear glasses, and do not have driving. So where should we put the 4th? You have an idea. There. They are
Yes,
not
sir.
involved. How many? 40. Okay. Are we given those that wear glasses and have driving lessons? No, we're not given. Huh?
Yes, sir.
So we let that be equal to x. I'm sure you now know from the other side. Those that wear glasses only will be those that wear glasses minus those that are doing both. So it's 28 minus x. Those that are doing driving only is 18 minus those that are doing both. Clear now? This is, but they don't want you to leave it like this. But you know that from 40, if you subtract, you get 36. It means this plus that should give you 36. So I'm saying 28 minus x plus 18 minus x is equal to 36. What is 28 plus that? So 28 plus 18, grouping like terms, minus x plus x minus x is equal to 36. Now what is 28 plus 13 quickly?
41.
Then this gives you 0. So minus x is equal to 36. Negative, this gives you 0. So now it means minus x is equal to 36 minus 41. Minus x is equal to, what is 36 minus 41? Isn't that 5? Negative 5.
Yes.
Divide both sides, you get 5. So we now know that x is equal to 5. Now let's go back here. 28 minus 5 is what? 23. Yeah?
Yes, sir.
13 minus 5 is what? 8. Yeah?
Yes, sir.
And this is 5. Clear now?
Yes, sir.
Now, on the Venn diagram computer, use your set notation to describe the region that contains a total of 32 students. 32 students. Where do we add to the 32? We said this was 36, 32 students. So what do we add to get 32? You start your Venn diagram again. What do we add?
23. 23 plus 5 plus 4.
20?
3 plus 5 plus 4.
Yes, correct. So we need to exclude this region here. So how do we exclude that region? G union what? G union
No.
G union not in what?
G
Complement
complement.
D. G union complement D. Now the Venn diagram shows the information about the number of students who play basketball, what. Okay. Find the number. What I would say, the number, this means number of elements. Huh? Number
Yes,
of
sir.
elements. What I would encourage you is do this if you are very slow. Do B union F first, so that we list that. What is D union F? B union everything. Give me everything B and F.
2,
2, 3,
7,
5, 7,
4, 6.
4, 6. Then give me everything not in H. Everything not in H. That. So it's 2,
7, 7.
Then what is the union? What is common? 2. 7, 7. 6. So it means it's 2, 7, 6, and 7. Huh? How many are there? 1, 2, 3. Because this means the number of elements. So how many are there? 3. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Hope no one is lost in that. number of elements. Now shading. Shade the correct region there. So remember I said you can use different colors. P union. Okay. So I can do this. Oh, but if you are quick, you can actually do it straight away. So if I say P, everything in P, I'm going to shade it in red. Yeah. Then union means the rank. If I say now Q intersection, Q intersection R is the same, but we're saying complement. It means we're excluding this intersection, but everything else. So we are excluding this intersection region here, but we are shading everything else. Does that make sense? Like that.
Yes, sir.
That's what I mean. Like, clear now. But remember, this is not intersection, this is union. So if it's union, I'm saying all this, including data, but excluding that region. Does that make sense?
Yes,
Like this,
sir.
so this has to be excluded. So it's only this region that you are excluding. Everything else should be clear. This region. Let's see how many. Oh, we're almost done. Now, number 20. The diagram shows you a pyramid with shape like that. The diagonals A and C bisect at M. What? A, B, C, D. So they didn't tell you where A, B, C is. Fine. Doesn't matter. A, B, C, D. The diagonals A, C. So it can be A, B, C, D. The diagonals AC, okay, and VD, they are bisecting here at M. Make sense? The vertex V is vertically above M. So which means it's this one. Huh? AB is 11 centimeters. AV, or this diagonal, is 18.6 centimeters. Calculate the angle AV. Calculate the angle that AV makes with the base. So what do you do? AB makes with the base. So what do you do? This diagonal bisects at M. So what do you do then?
Gracious.
A square, oh, we didn't read this, I didn't see that. This is a square, so this is also 11 centimeters. Clear now?
Yes, sir.
So it means if I want, I can find this. Huh? Maybe that's what we're trying to suggest. Because we have this, huh? So maybe we can find the height, or as long as we find the base of this. Huh? So to find that, we do what? 11 squared plus what? So 1/2 of it, huh? That's easier. So we find this way, AC. So AC is equal to 11 squared plus 11 squared Pythagoras theorem. You can tell that it's at 90 degrees. Square root of that, what do you get? Then we're going to find AM after that. AM is equal to half AC. So what is that? 11 squared plus 11 squared square root. Quickly, what do you get?
15.6.
15.6 multiplied by half was 1 AM after that. What do you get?
7.78.
7.78, like this. And we know that this is 18.6. So to find this angle cos was adjacent and hypotenuse. So it means cos theta is equal to 7.78 divided by 18.6. Then arc cos theta, can you find that line then? 7.78 divided by 18.6. Oh yeah, surprised that my Zoom is not cutting me out. Now it's a paid account. So it won't cut.
I'm getting 65.3.
65.3, correct. One decimal place. Angles we give to one decimal place. Clear? I think we
Yes,
are just
sir.
left with one question there. Let me just see if it is. Yes, we give you a 10 minutes break. Let's just give you, then I'll give you a 10 minutes break before chemistry. It's chemistry, yeah, this. Okay, let's do this quickly. Find in terms of A and B in the simplest form position vector T. So T, it means OT, yeah? Because O is the origin. So it is with respect to origin, it means O, from O to T. That's what it means. But if I'm good in vectors, I'm told that this is a parallelogram. So it means also this is A. Are we agree?
Yes,
Using
sir.
our properties, huh? The parallel is a straight line. Then I told that this one is a straight line such that TR like that is equal to what? To that. Huh? So these are equal. Huh? Makes sense? So if they are equal, what it means is also this is equal to B. Huh? Clear? Makes sense?
Yes, sir. Yes,
So
sir.
which means we can find OT. How do you move OT? I may not know what vectors are difficult. From O to T, I move what? O to what? O to S plus S to T.
B.
So I'm now moving in the opposite direction. It's minus what? Minus B plus A. You can leave it like that, or you can leave it as A minus B. Same answer. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Then 2 marks for clear. RV. Let's do some like this. Now we know that this is B, was the parallelogram. Okay, now what do you know about TV? If you are taught something. That ST is equal to what? See, 2 parts to what? To 1 part. Next step.
Yes,
2
sir.
parts to 1 part. So what it simply means is that your ST is equal to 2/3, was there 3 parts of what? Of SV in that direction. I want you to, but we know what ST is. Huh? ST is what? Is A. Can you see that? Or since we want to know everything, huh? We want to know it, so let's say we can multiply by the inverse of this both sides, such that SV will be equal to, if I multiply by 3/2, this becomes 1. Huh? So this becomes 3/2 ST. But our ST is what? Is 3/2A. So SV is 3/2A. Can you see that? Then we know that TV is 1/3 of SV, which is 1/3. We now know what SV is. It's 1.5A. Yeah? So we multiply by 3/2A. Can Can you see that? That cancels, that cancels. So it means TV is simply equal to half A. One could have used this. So this is half A. Can you see that I can now find this? Because to move that RV, it's equal to RT plus TV, which is equal to what? Minus, we are moving in the opposite direction. So minus B plus half A, or half A minus B. Clear now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So that PT is parallel to RV. So we now know that this is RV. We have agreed also. That is equal to half A minus B. Now PT, where is PT? Okay, PT is all this way. That's clear? Yes. So what is PT? Let's think in terms of vectors. How do I move prime P to T? I move from P to what? S.
Q.
Plus S to T. Yeah? So I'm moving in the opposite direction. It's minus what? Minus 2B plus what? Plus A. Like that. Okay. PT is equal to minus 2B plus A. Then RV is equal to half A minus B. So in vectors, let's see, this is half. So let's see, is that what we have there? Half A minus, say the half A minus B, which is correct. Then PT is A minus 2B, or B minus 2A. Yeah? Now, what happens if you multiply this whole thing by 2 here? Remember, for a vector to be parallel, they have to be a scalar. What happens if I multiply this whole thing by 2? What is 2 brackets half A minus B? What do I get? I get exactly this. Can you see that? Which means, what it simply means is that PT is equal to twice V. So they are parallel, but this is twice the size of that. Does that make sense?
Oh, yes, sir.
Okay, we are done there. Okay, we'll see you 10 minutes break. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Thank you, sir.